Hi, I'm Dan Cox from Central Carpenter Tools, and here we are fitting a staircase.
So not doweling them then, Dan?
No, Graham's he's been leaving timbering now, and we can screw them. So he said this is the new method, and it seems to be well.
Well, this is Graham's a stair maker, yeah?
Yeah, he's been making them.
Bliss, yeah?
Anyone in Kent know of Bliss Joinery, all he does is make stairs. And this is what he's been doing, screwing them now. I've always wondered if when you do put the dowel, it actually breaks that bit of timber out sometimes.
Yeah, it can't.
It's very vulnerable, isn't it?
Yeah. A draw dowel's a nice idea, but if it wants to, it will just snap the end of a timber out, won't it?
Yeah, I would have thought so. If the grain's going the right way,
yeah. Or the wrong way.
Or the wrong way. got this staircase from Bliss Joinery, who's in Kent, and all they do is just make stairs, and we use them quite regular. All this section is already made in his workshop, but we have to fit the newels on site, so we get quite a few components to add to it. Normally the stairs would go in before the plaster on a new build, but because we've got the oak on these, it's all been plastered and then we put them in afterwards. A few things you've got to consider is make sure it's reasonably square, because that trimmer is just running out a little bit, but it's sitting on there nicely, so it's not a problem. But you've got to make sure the walls are square really on a new build, so it all goes in nicely. Once we've got this staircase, this part from the workshop, the newel goes on at the top, and then always hook that on. Normally notch the newel and you sit it on the joist over the flooring, but on this case I've actually packed it off a little bit. I glued and fixed the timber to the joist, so I didn't need to notch the newel to keep a bit more strength in the newel, but it's quite common to notch it out. So we always start from the top and then work down all the way round. So as you can see, we've got oak treads on here, and then we've got softwood strings, softwood or MDF risers. This is all be painted white, I believe, and then obviously with the oak there, and then we will have some metal black balustrading going up, so it should look really nice when it's all finished. So as you can see, ground wedges he's, I think it was a topic before, but glued and all wedged. I prefer it wedged even. Wedged. I prefer it wedged. Obviously beat in and get a nice tight fitting. So then I've a few screws back on, get some more fixings into this through the back. So obviously I've started up there, got it reasonably plumb, pushed over with various battens here and there, just to keep it in the right place. Sometimes these risers are glued and pinned along here, but these are screwed, so it's much better, because when the carpet guys come along, they'll nail their gripper rod there, and they can be a little bit over happy with a hammer, and it doesn't do this no good whatsoever. But it's a much better job to screw it through there. When I was at college, our lecturer said that the newel post shouldn't go into the screed. However, I've done a few before, many years ago, and the stairs went in before the screed, and it was sort of screeded around them. With the damp membrane in here and the underfloor heating, it's never going to be a problem. I'm going to put the handrails in now, but I'm actually going to cheat a little bit, and I'm going to put a screw straight through there rather than mortise and tenon them. I was going to get the plumb cuts, get them in, and screw it straight through.
Which is why are you doing that? Why are you not mortise and tenon?
Because on the top and the bottom, the tenons, because it's going up in the rake, they don't end up very long. And you've still got to, I can't really dowel it through there, so you can get them in, it locates it, but it's not great. So I'm just going to put a screw straight through there, like literally a 6-inch, 150mm screw. I'll counter bore it, and then we've got some plugs to go in the holes. From this line now, we mark that.
What's that, the pitch line?
The string line, I believe it's called. That's it. And then 900 is the minimum.
From that line?
From that line. So I might go a little bit bigger. 900 up there, which is that line there. I've already got. So that's where the top of the handrail is going to go from there up. So it's 900 to the top, but I want to make sure it's just a little bit over that, because on one job, NHBC was measuring it and they was cutting the wheel under, and I wasn't too happy.
So you're just going to make sure you're in?
So I want to make sure I'm just a little bit over, yes. Handrails in, and then after that it'll build a metal balustrading, get them drilled out. What I'm going to do is mark out the bottoms of them, then with a laser ding a line up and then drill it in situ.
Oh, blimey.
That is the, I've done it before, and that is the easiest way to do it. As I'm going to lift it up a few mil extra, once this comes up here, the return handrail, it will be higher because I need to go 900 again, but it hopefully be more in line. That's the plan. I've got a couple of battens in here just to push that newel over a little bit, so they're all nice and plumb now, and then I've got it off the wall.
Prop off the wall.
Prop off the wall. What's quite good about these walls, it's so nice to push off. And so get them nice and plumb, and I can cut the handrail in with a mechanical screw through there that hold that really nice and tight. Bit of glue on there, and that hold that just where we want it. And that has told us that's 42.2 degrees. Most staircases are 42 degrees. Give or take. Yeah, 42, and I think it's 38, slightly shallower for public. So you end up running down the staircase, just for escaping purposes, like fire.
Oh, okay, I see.
That's why. So private, in someone's house, 42.
Yeah.
But public, 38, and I think it's every 13 treads, there's a break usually.
Oh, is it?
But there's a few train stations
Is that
where there's
why they
no-
do that?
It's normally have a break after about 13. I
Oh,
believe
right.
it is.
And the handrails will be a different height as well.
On commercial, handrails are normally around 1100, I believe,
Yeah.
and also wider. The staircase, sorry, is wider.
Yeah,
It's in my sister's office, I think it was 1100 for the commercial staircase. But private here, you can almost have what you want, width-wise. So you can get up it.
And never pass on the stairs.
Never pass on the stairs, as James, is it James King says?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it, Rog?
Yeah.
What's that then, Rog?
Because you get ginger twins.
Ginger twins. I went to school with a bloke called William Hill. What's the odds on that? It's not bad, it's just that newel post is very slightly twisted, 42 degrees.
42, what happened to that point 2 then?
I get all the grain going the same way. Nice, clean that up a bit later, chisel. That's it, right, I'm going to drill them 14 mil next. That one's coming a little bit, But we've done that video, can a plumber pitch a roof?
Oh yeah.
I think we should do can a plumber, put the handrail in, there's your little bit in there.
Oh.
I'll film you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just 2 straight cuts then.
Yeah, can you do that?
What could possibly go
What could go wrong?
How much handrail have you got? That's the
We've got
point.
5 metres, is that enough? So what's going to happen, that is to pack this up, so when the carpet's on this side,
Yeah. It just goes straight into it.
I'll draw a line on that and rip this nosing down so the carpet can go up to it. I'm going to fix this later. I've got to drill holes there, 15 mil, and then this is all the balustrading. So what?
Oh right, so you'll put all the holes in, put them in.
I'm going to drill a hole, what I've got to do, go up like twice the amount.
Oh
and
no.
Poke it up and then down.
I know, yeah.
And the glue, but what I'll do, I'll fix this, I'll drill a 15 mil hole and then I'll put a screw through that to hold that in place
Got it.
when I do the balustrading.
So you got to get those spot on then, those holes.
Yeah, I've done them before, they're quite good actually, they're not that, obviously
Not that
just run it through, get a point, drill them
Laser.
and then laser them up, that's what I've done before. I've got all the base, like on there, get all the base holes drilled, little dot laser with like a plumb bob, shine it up, drill a hole.
Got it.
It's quite very effective and it looks really nice.
Yeah. Okay, Dan, that's a good day's work, isn't it? Actually, 2 days nearly, isn't it?
We've got 2 days up to here, and then I've got about another, probably nearly a day by the time. I've got to cut all the spindles. They're different lengths, because, you know, like that one, it gets longer. But normally when I go up in the rake, they're all the same length.
Yeah, so you're putting each one in on a tread, aren't you?
Yes, yeah, so it goes on horizontal to, like, on the rake.
And but you're off now. You're going for a bit of a break.
Yep, short break. So yippee!
When you say short break,
5 days
in Vegas.
in Vegas.
Because you're 50 on Sunday. Right. Happy birthday, Daniel.
Oh, thanks, Fudge.
I'm sure that our viewers will be amazed. I can't remember when I was 50, Dan.
Oh, it's goes so quick, doesn't it?
It certainly does, mate.
Excellent.
Like a speeding train. All right, have a good time anyway. And we'll see you. Hopefully, we'll see you when you get back.
Finished.
You're not going to do anything stupid like getting married to that young lady when you're over there, are you?
No.
Promise me.
Yeah, I want to.
Because my sister did that, you know. She's like, she went to Vegas for a little break.
And come back married.
She's got, third time.
My sister done exactly the same.
Did she?
Elvis sorted it all out.
That's it, yeah, ridiculous.
It's easy getting married, it's just very difficult getting divorced. It's quite expensive, apparently.
It's the easiest bit.
My base rail is 1029 long. We've done no more than 100mm spacing, so I first worked it out for 9 balustradings, 9 rods. So 9 thicknesses of these is 130.5mm. So I've taken 130.5 off of my overall length, 1029. That leaves us 8985. And then, because we've got 9 sticks, 9 metal rods, we've got 10 gaps, because the first one's there, you've always got one more. So the 8985 divided by 10 is 89.8mm for the spacings. Now there is apps that work that out, but I like to use my brain every now and then and just refresh my maths a little bit, and it's quite nice when you work it out yourself. So the first one is 89mm. Usually I'd cut all the spacers, put it there, you put your wooden stick into it, and another spacer, but I want to work to centres. So I want to do 89mm and then find the centre of that, 7.5mm, and another 89mm. But also where we've got 9, an odd amount, we're going to get one bang in the middle. So I can find the middle of this, which is 513 or so, it's there anyway. So I'm going to get one in the middle, I'm going to do 89mm, run a couple out, 89mm, run a few out, and hopefully that'd be lovely.
And if there is any slight discrepancy, you'll take it in that last one, yeah?
Well, yeah, the last couple, but where I'm drilling these holes, they can be, you know, I can put them where I want as such. But yeah, we want them all exactly the same. Here's the utility room that I done a little while back that you've seen in the previous video. So there's plenty of storage all through here. More shelves to go in if need be. And then we've got the kitchen, plinths to go back down, straighten a few doors up here and now. But this is pretty well it now. We've got it's a downward venting extractor, a couple of little lights there, wine cooler, dishwasher in the middle one. And I quite like where we've got a knob and then the D handles and the drawers, just to break it up a little bit. So yeah, plinths to go back in, I'm going to start in a moment.
So that's great, Dan. You've got quite a number of videos on Skill Builder now.
I have now, Roger, so I've got my own playlist, so please search for Dan Cox and you can see all my videos there from kitchens to roofs.